As emerging countries, developing countries pursue aggressive growth paths, there is a moment to pause and reflect. Security concerns are alive as perhaps they've never been before, at least in recent decades. What should keep us awake at night? I'm going to pose this question to Salim Dervisoglu, who is a former Commander-in-Chief of the Turkish Navy. Thank you very much for your time. You've had engaging conversations here at the GrowthNet about a few concerns that should keep all of us in this region awake at night. I don't know any other way in which to put it, so I'm going to say, what should keep us awake at night?
Well, very frankly, I described it with one word. It's fear. Fear. What makes us fear that keeps us awake at night? So my answer is there are several questions. In the past, when there were empires, it was the threat of occupation of other lands, etc. But the defense concept in recent decades, after especially the Second World War and the collapse of the Soviet Union, have changed considerably. And in the core, in my view, although I am a military man, in the core of security is economy today, because the expenditures for armed forces is very expensive.
And seeing a bit of a declining trend as well.
Yes, because there is no point in invading any country for any other country today. And with globalization, the cooperation between among the countries in the world became quite intense. And with, of course, the information exchange, social media, etc., they are very effective tools for cooperation and
connecting
to defend one specific country herself, along with the others who feel the same threat for themselves also. So in that sense, the role of military, in my view, have decreased considerably. And I foresee much less danger of military operations between two countries, attacking this one, defending the other one. And the forces, the military already, in my view, is becoming a force rather, how do you say, rather defend the country with their existence.
But that may be true perhaps of Turkey to an extent. If you look at the cuts in defense expenditure in India's recent budget, it may be true of India as well. But on the other hand, you have China, which is continuing to spend significant amounts and growing amounts on defense. So, how do you view that development?
This is what I mean. I do not think that any country, and after the operations in Iraq and Afghanistan, even the United States, would think twice, I say, to get involved in military operations and solve their problems with military power. But this military power is absolutely necessary still, in order,
as a symbol, as a defense,
as a defensive measure existing in one country. But in certain regions, there may be some kind of clashes, short while, not a long while, because, as I said, the new weapons are very expensive. Sport of the armies, very expensive. And these new sophisticated weapons, as I said yesterday, need skilled personnel, expertise, professionalism.
Which are in short supply.
Yes, and also very expensive. So it takes a very long time to train a naval officer, especially, an Air Force pilot, etc. So these are expensive measures. But instead of that, alliances, international organizations for cooperation, etc., is improving. in many ways, and that's
and
why
that provides a bit of a safety net in itself.
A kind of secure environment is provided through these organizations, and military became less a tool, one of the tools that is less important compared with the past. That's my view.
We'll leave it at that. Those are indeed calming words from you to my provocative question. Thank you very much for your time.
I thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you.